Tuesday morning, September 6th. Clinging onto the covers as best I could, I savored the residual warmth of my favorite place in the world. Small though it may be, the bed in which I lay is the one place I can rest my weary body after a long day of work. Come on already! I'm hard to wake up once I fall asleep, but the length of time I usually sleep is surprisingly short. 6 hours is more than enough on an average night. Any more than that and I start to feel tired again. Even so, awake or asleep, I do love to just lay in bed, amassing warmth as the outside world tries to take me away. If you don't get up soon, you're gonna be late. And by the outside world, I of course mean my sister. Even if I did get up as she wants, what would I be late for? It's not like I have a job to go to. Get out of bed, damn it! Pull on those sheets all you want, sis. You can't take them from me. I just want to go to sleep and never wake up. Nah, we're gonna get up. Then again, I won't get anywhere just sleeping all day. Suddenly, relinquishing my hold on the blanket, I watch as Sarah stumbled 3 feet backwards straight onto her ass. Jeez, what are you... Oh. Quickly pulling the rest of the blanket close, Sarah rose to her feet in triumph, immediately throwing the blanket out of my reach. I'd like to say that was unnecessary, but obviously Sarah knows better than to believe such a lie. Alright, now that everyone's up and awake, what do you think? Sarah half turned her body from side to side, causing her skirt to chase her body's movement. What do I think of your school uniform? Surely I'm missing something here. There's no way her question is as simple as it sounds. There must be some kind of secondary question hidden behind a layer of teenage girl code. Honestly, there are limits to how ignorant you can be. You've been wearing the same clothes every day for the past 2 weeks. How could you not notice? We have... Wait. There are always clean clothes when I get out of the shower. That's because I washed them while you're bathing. Oh, I see. Then, what have you been doing with your clothes? I've told you before, haven't I? Don't underestimate your resourceful little sister. I see, I see. Tell me of your elaborate system, sister dearest. With pleasure, my dear brother. While you're in the shower, I put your clothes in the washing machine. After washing your clothes, I take off my own clothes, change into yours, then wash my own. Finally, I change back into my clothes and put yours back where you left them. Incredible! You really are resourceful. Of course. It may be convoluted, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Impressive nonetheless. I'll never doubt you again. Though that does bring one question to mind. We were really that low on clothing? I guess we did only bring the bare essentials when we left home. Sarah brought her school gear, I brought money and food. I can't believe we were that low on supplies. We did get into quite a situation, but that's now been rectified by yours truly. Sarah swung open our wardrobe and displayed an array of outfits, all brand new and still bearing their original tags. She must have done more shopping yesterday than I thought. Either that or I woke up even later than usual. So, what do you think? Sarah once again turned from side to side, causing her skirt to chase her body. I don't know why Sarah wants my input, but since she asked for it... Not bad, but it needs to be shorter. Huh? Hey, what do you think you're doing? Stop that, that's not... Before Sarah could stop me, I hiked her skirt up a few inches, exposing her thighs to an audience of one. As she started to resist, I pulled her shirt over her head, preventing my sister from fighting back. So apparently our guy knows how to play hockey. There, much better. I wouldn't go outside though. You don't want a criminal record at your age. While Sarah was attempting to remove her shirt from over her head, I dashed past her and headed straight into the bathroom. Coward, get back here! As I entered the bathroom, I immediately turned on the shower, hoping to drown out my sister's faint yelling. But when I did so, however, my mind turned away from the joyful interaction towards a far more worrying topic. As much as I want to spend the morning teasing Sarah and enjoying myself, I already know that today is going to suck. No matter what the circumstances were, the fact remains that I killed a man yesterday. It was quick and easy, albeit accidental, and I did so without feeling any guilt whatsoever. But with Mr. Muto dead, my fate is now in Marcus's hands, and that alone might be punishment enough. Because now, on top of worrying about police involvement, I've got myself roped into some unwritten agreement with a criminal and his sadistic boss. Whatever my life becomes from here on out, it can't be good. Shaking free of my brief melancholy thoughts, I finished showering and left the bathroom, then waltzed in the living room in one of the new outfits my sister purchased. Sarah moved closer, tugging on my shirt and pants to gauge how well they fit until she inevitably reached my face. You could do with a shave. Other than that, I'd say you cleaned up pretty nicely. I really am a miracle worker. Trying to assume responsibility for my good looks, huh? Good looks? Name one girl who's ever told you that you're handsome. And family doesn't count. Ouch, she's got me there. Right. Sarah let out a brief gasp of realization as I set my sights on her cereal. She hurried back into the kitchen and returned a split second later, carrying with her another bowl matching her own. Sarah placed it on the table, positioning it right next to hers and pairing it with a spoon. Come on, eat up. You have a big day. You have a big day again today, don't you? Sorry for doubting you. Doubting me? When did she... I guess 2 weeks of instant food is causing her to lose faith in me after all. Sarah probably thought my first paycheck was never going to come, and she isn't the only one. In response to her sincerity, I walked over to my sister's side, kissing the top of her head before sitting down myself. Don't worry about it. It's in the past now. From this point on, just focus on studying. Let me take care of the rest. After seeing my sister off as I pretended to get ready for work, I regressed back to my usual slovenly self. On a normal day, I would currently be catching the bus, heading towards my now former workplace. But after what happened yesterday, even I know better than to do that. My only real obligation for today is to make contact with Marcus so he can screw with my life further. Unfortunately, he never told me where or when we'd meet up, so I'm now at a loss as to what I should be doing. So, while I don't think that waiting around for an unscrupulous character to show up at my doorstep is a particularly bright idea, it couldn't be. Howdy, neighbor. Spare some sugar? Damn, he really did show up, and promptly at that. Was Marcus waiting for Sarah to depart? Hi there. I represent the Mormon Brotherhood of... Fine, I get it. You aren't in the mood. Now, are you going to invite me in or not? Like I'd let you into my house. Ah, come on. Why so stingy? Afraid I might say something embarrassing? More like you'd steal anything valuable. That hurts. Who was it who gave you the money you needed to pay the rent on this place? The mailman, from what I hear. Oh, so now you're in the mood to joke around. Whatever, we're going for a little drive. A drive? Is this related to the work you have lined up for me? You could say that. But today, the only work you'll be doing is hitting the gym. Though the trip proved both quick and simple in Marcus's car, it only took a moment to regret being so prompt. Upon stepping through the door, I was confronted with sweaty, muscle-bound men, disgusting grunts, and the overwhelming cumulative body odor of everyone present. But as I contemplated escape, Marcus practically dragged me to the center of the gym towards the boxing ring. Inside the ring were two fighters duking it out, and spread around outside the ring were a bunch of middle-aged men advising the two to turn their match. At first glance, they all appeared to be strangers, but as Marcus began to approach one, I immediately recognized them. Yo, Andre. Well, if it isn't Marcus. And he even brought some fresh meat for me to play with. Fresh meat? A gift from me to you. I know you like him young, Andre. Like him young? Oh, wait, don't say that. People are gonna get the wrong idea. There's no need to be shy. I brought some fresh meat, and now you want to beat it. Get it? I called him meat and implied that you want to beat his... Okay, that's enough out of you. What, you don't like my present? I can take him back and get someone a little younger if you... I told you, it's not like that. Come on, stop it. You're gonna scare him off. Why do I get the feeling that my chastity is in danger? So anyway, what brings you to my gym? Hoping for the youngster to get some training in before his debut? You know it. Do you have some spare gear in his size? Andre looked my body over once more thoroughly, paying close attention to my body size and general physique. I'm well built for my age, and I've been in my fair share of fights, but I may as well be a toddler compared to the other muscleheads around here. Let me take a look. Taking Marcus with him, Andre left the scene in search of boxing gear my size. And so, left on my own, I took another look around the large gym, eventually setting my sights on the ring Marcus led me to. Two young men in their 20s danced around one another, occasionally trading blows before quickly retreating. They wore padded gloves, fought with their fists, and seemed bereft of any malicious intent towards each other. Real boxers. No ill will towards one another. No intention of doing irreparable damage. No bloodlust. Just two athletes trying to prove themselves to an audience. Is it too late for me to turn this around? I'm sure I'd be much better at boxing than underground MMA fighting, and it's not like I wouldn't be able to pay Marcus back. It may not be as lucrative, but I'm sure boxers at least make a living from what they do. I have most of what you need, but you want to buy your own mouth guard. Trust me, you don't want the ones we have here. Laughing at his own remark, Andre offered me the trunks in his hand. I eyed the gloves underneath as I took the trunks, quickly realizing there was something off about them. Looking into the ring once more to examine the fighters, I compared the gear they were wearing to that which Andre returned with. Their gloves have far more padding on them, not to mention the subtle difference in design. Whatever Andre brought with him, it isn't boxing gear. Well, you're just gonna stand there and you're gonna try them on. I haven't got all day. Rather than talk back to the large man, I did as I was told. After removing the clothes Sarah picked out for me, I cast aside my shoes and put on the gear Andre brought back. Marcus started to tie up my gloves, the last piece of my new outfit, and that was when I finally spoke up. These don't look like boxing gloves. Marcus and Andre looked at one another for a moment before breaking into laughter again. Like I didn't already have a bad enough feeling about this. Astute observation, son. I'm sure if you were here to box, that would be a genuine concern. Boxing, that's a good one. Come on now, you know full well why you're here. Don't try to deny the inevitable. Smiling to himself as he worked, Marcus finished tying the gloves and picked up my clothes-up off the floor. Before I could protest, Andre escorted me into the ring. Andre sent me to one corner of the ring, taking the opposite corner himself. You two are going to be doing some one-sided sparring today. Suo, you do all the punching. Andre will just dodge and absorb the hits. Sounds good to me. Just like a real boxing match. No leg breaking, no dangerous locks, just jab after jab. Marcus rang the ringside bell, watching with anticipation as Andre and I met in the middle of the ring. My gloved fist met with Andre's, signifying the start of the match, or so I gathered from watching boxing on TV. Andre took a few steps back and raised his fist, slightly bouncing on the soles of his feet as he moved around the ring. MMA trainer or not, everything about this guy screams boxer. I mimicked his stance and slowly approached Andre, careful not to run in too eager. Since this is training for a real boxing match, I guess I should try to emulate the experience as closely as possible. Quickly closing the gap between us, I propelled my fist forward, reinforced by as much of my body weight as I could throw. In response, Andre dodged quickly and effortlessly, making it seem as though I was moving in slow motion. Andre turned to the side, completely avoiding my punch while taking out both of my legs with one of his. I twisted my body as I fell and landed on my ass, immediately writhing in pain from the unexpected impact. Your recoil knocked you off balance and you wound up on your ass. You aren't going to let that stop you, right? Recoil in the form of a leg sweep? What a load of crap. Oh well, time for round 2. I jumped straight back onto my feet, ready to continue. No sooner had I risen to my feet than I found myself back on my ass, the pain from before only intensifying. What the hell? What kind of recoil strikes before the fighter? Rather than answer my question, Andre simply laughed at the aggression I displayed. This is going nowhere. The second I rise to my feet, he's going to pull that same damn maneuver. But not if I can help it. I slowly moved from my ass to my knees, rising to my feet in increments. Andre moved in swiftly, attempting the same leg sweep for a third time. Too predictable. Quickly dropped myself to the floor and used my own legs to take out Andre's remaining foot. This time around, Andre found himself on his ass instead of me. I jumped to my feet and bounced around, taunting the fallen giant. You're a fast learner, kid, I'll give you that. Proceeding in the same manner that I had, Andre slowly rose to his feet while keeping his torso close to his knees. On his feet once more, Andre quickly edged his way over to my side. I tried to jab him, unintentionally giving Andre the opening he was no doubt expecting. Andre took hold of my arm and swept both my legs once more before retreating. When did this become a game of footsies? I'll never get my money back at this rate. After hours of getting battered, working out and taking pointers on how to fight, my training ended at last. For all of my efforts, my tailbone now feels like it's broken and my legs are ready to buckle at a moment's notice. Maybe I should have accepted Marcus's offer of a lift home. Working for Mr. Muno may have been tiring, but moving furniture can't compare to getting beaten down for hours on end. There you are. Welcome back. Immediately lifting my spirits, the first sight to grace my eyes upon entering the kitchen was the smiling face of my sister. Good evening. Are you hungry? Dinner should be ready in a minute. As happy as I am about the offer, I don't think I could eat right now if I tried. I'd probably just throw it back up. No, I think I'll go in the bath first. Huh? Okay. I'm sorry, Sarah. As much as I want to sit down and relax by your side, I know full well that preparation is in order. I grasped at the first set of clean clothes that I could get my hands on and made my way to the bathroom. Locking the door behind me, I exposed my battered body to the cabinet mirror, ready to assess the damage I had sustained while training. Judging from my torso, my body endured more than I dared imagine. I've been painted a nice mix of blue, red, and black, leaving only my arms and face yet untouched. Opening the medicine cabinet in desperation, I searched for something to help clear the bruising. Though I didn't actually expect to find anything, once again I found myself happy to be wrong. Inside, there were bits and pieces of miscellaneous healing aids scattered throughout the cabinet. Bandages, band-aids, painkillers, and a small tin of bruise ointment, brand new and still sealed. I held the small tin of bruise ointment in my hand, almost shedding a tear as I sighed in gratitude. I don't know how I'd get by without you, Sarah. After taking a quick shower, I applied ointment to all the bruises that I could reach. The cabinet mirror revealed multiple bruises covering my back, but I knew better than to ask Sarah for help. Bruising on my legs and arms is nothing new due to the nature of the job. Sarah thinks I still work, but bruises on my back? They aren't something my job could easily explain. If I'm going to treat my body properly, I'll need to... Oh, crap. It's open. Sorry to intrude, sir. Not at all. I've been cooped up in here all day, bored out of my mind. I can use the company. So what brings you down here? Good news, I hope? No real news to speak of, I'm afraid. I'm just here to report in. That's boring. If that's the case, you're supposed to report to Sai, you know that. I know, sir, and I have. However... Sir, it's about this recruitment drive. What about it? I just don't understand. I get that you want to replace our recently misplaced comrades, but the rest of us are more than capable of filling in for them. Furthermore, Sai's criteria is none of your concern. Kane, I appreciate the company, but quite frankly, this matter does not concern you. Get back to work before I tell Sai about your meddling. Yes, sir. Good grief. like I don't have enough to worry about without insubordination. I hope Sai finds someone appropriate soon. After all, this is one deadline I can't afford to miss. After almost losing consciousness, and soon after throwing up in the sink, I felt a surge from the bottom of my stomach. Whether it was the cause of my near collapse or simply a result of it, I knew one thing for certain. It was the same feeling that welled up within me before I killed Mr. Mudo. Just like back then, I felt lightheaded, sick to my stomach, and completely disoriented. Be it a physical sickness or a mental one, or just a lingering effect of the head wound I suffered, I was convinced that I needed medical attention. Unfortunately, despite recognizing my own illness, I possess neither the time nor the money to act upon my observation. I can't afford to go to the doctor just yet. I need to keep working, whatever my job winds up being, and provide for my sister. Speaking of whom, as I returned to the living room, I found Sarah waiting for me, wearing a complicated expression as she did. Although her greeting when I returned was as enthusiastic as ever, her energy seemed to deplete in an instant, and even now she doesn't seem too happy. Did she notice the bruises after all? Or was there something else at play here? Took you long enough. I was beginning to think you drowned. Well, at least she's trying to brighten the mood. Though with Sarah this sullen, that should really be my job. Oh well, at least I didn't ask for help. If Sarah knew why I took so long, she'd be even more depressed. So what's for dinner? I almost forgot. Sarah brightened up the moment with those words left my mouth. She rushed into the kitchen, threw on a pair of oven mitts, and pulled out of the oven what she wanted to hail as her greatest feat to date. Rather than grace the senses with a wonderful odor, however, Sarah showered us with cursing and cries of annoyance. No, damn it! Surprised by Sarah's uncharacteristic frustration, I entered the kitchen myself, immediately assaulted by a foul odor and ample smoke. Sarah removed from the oven a burned mass of meat, well beyond recognition by this point. This stupid oven is screwed. I followed the instructions my teacher gave me to the letter, but the settings on the stamp thing are all wrong. Sarah bordered on tears as she screamed at her burned attempt at dinner. She threw her oven mitts to the floor and clenched her fists, trying to calm down, except there was nothing she could do. Suo, when are we moving? We can afford to leave this place now, right? After having her minor tantrum, Sarah quickly calmed down and jumped straight to teary pleas. I've thought Sarah was bipolar for a while now, but to get that mad over something as trivial as dinner, then plead with the tears in her eyes a moment later. I just wish her request was one I could actually grant. Sorry, not yet. We need to save up a bit more first. Sarah tried to smile, but her facial muscles wouldn't conform to her will. She simply continued staring at me with tear-filled eyes, trying her best not to cry. Alright, I understand. The moment Sarah left my sight, agony took hold of my stomach once again, as if the pain of feeling like the worst brother in the world wasn't enough. But the sensation in my stomach couldn't even compare to the feeling of denying Sarah's modest request, or of seeing her try to endure unknown pain with a smile. My beloved sister, the only family I have left, suffering once again because I can't provide for her. Sarah doesn't deserve to live in a shithole town like this. We should be living in our parents' estate, attending school without a care in the world, not having to worry about finances or work. I just wish reality was that kind.